Hello and welcome to our grand day out. My name is Sarah and this is
Eleanor.
Today we have come to the legendary Sherwood Forest in Nottinghamshire. We've come on a day where there is nothing happening. We wanted to see what Sherwood Forest was like as just somewhere to visit on a beautiful day.
But we saw a bit of the cricket.
There was cricket coming in as we passed. Sherwood Forest Visitor Centre is on the edge of a town called Edwinston, and they were having their Saturday game of cricket, so we watched a little bit of that. The plan today is to retrace some of Eleanor's footsteps that she did on a recent trip with her school. So what sort of things are we going to see today, Eleanor?
We're going to see, maybe we'll see some archery going on.
I think we're going to see trees and birds and dog walkers, but it's really nice to get out.
Cars.
And cars. At the moment we're still in the car park. So speaking of car park, it was £7.80 I think for the car park because we had to pay by the app. If you pay on the pay machines on site, they're £7, but you have to be able to pay with either cash or a physical card. Anyway, I've already lost Eleanor, so come and join us on our grand day out. Coming up onto the visitor centre, you don't have to go into the visitor centre, I think you can just go around and straight into the woodland. Where are you going to lead me to, Eleanor?
Major oak.
What is special about the major oak?
It was big and then it was put in change because it was so old.
Right. How old is it?
I think it's 300 years old.
300, is it?
I think.
You think? Sherwood Forest is a bird sanctuary that's in partnership with the RSPB. So there's a lot of things in the shop, for example, that you can buy to help support the RSPB. And there was a membership stand that we passed. You can probably hear the birds are very, very vocal, which is as they should be at this time of year. But they also have some really good signs around to help people identify. So if I just go over to this one over here. Okay, Eleanor, what have we got?
A kestrel.
So it's a kestrel sign. Okay, and what is it? Does it tell you what the information is about the bird?
So,
or is it a game?
I think it's like a game, but you have to spin it to reveal.
Okay, so they don't do just birds. There's also mammals. So what's this one, Eleanor? Let's go through it a bit quicker if we can.
A brown hare.
A brown hare. Also, they have QR codes on there, so you can have a look at, scan and bring to life. There's a little play area, woodland play area as well. You know when you're watching something and you think, I'm just waiting for this to go wrong, because...
What?
How heavy is that, Eleanor?
Heavy. We're about to fall over.
Do you want some help?
Yes. You can sit on it outside the house and enjoy the nature.
Oh yeah. Got a choice of walks that you can do around Sherwood Forest. The Major Oak Trail, which is 45 minutes, the Green Trail, the Wildwood Trail, the Major Oak, and then there's a bridle way. So I think we're just going to head to the Major Oak to start off with, and then maybe perhaps do the Greenwood Trail.
When I went to school.
So, Eleanor, what did when you did your visit, what did they tell you about Sherwood Forest itself?
There was black ropes around the trees. Then
Why were the ropes around the trees?
Because they put bad people in these trees, and
They put bad people in the trees?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you sure they put bad people in the trees?
Yeah.
I think it's very fascinating to come with a child who's been on an educational trip, because then you can figure out actually what do they take in. And
when I went to the side of the path, I was a black tree where it had the black rope around it, and then they told me that they put people inside.
So I do know, because I've got photographic evidence from a long time ago, that the tourists used to be able to go right up to the major oak, and because it's hollowed out in places, you could go and stand into it. The major oak is a 1,000-year-old tree. It is a big old tree. Welcome to the heart of Sherwood Forest. Are you an outlaw? Be on your guard. Some sheriff's men passed through here not too long ago. I'd invite you to hide inside me, but I'm getting too old for those antics now. If everyone who comes here had a go, I would be very ill indeed. Do you know how old I am? I lost count a long time ago. But I've seen this forest grow and changes from hundreds of years. I love to welcome adventurers and explorers who care for us like Robin Hood used to. Just don't let those soldiers find you. Just behind me is the famous major oak, an oak tree that is 1,000 years old and is at the heart of the Robin Hood legend. It was mentioned in the Victorian periods. That's where it kind of got its fame from a poet. Typical Victorians setting the trend for things. So what we're now seeing with the major oak is that with the amount of tourism that it has had a lot of things done to it that hasn't been in its best interests. Trees like this are supposed to grow, and then when the trees themselves feel that a certain branch or a bough isn't doing its job anymore, they usually drop them so that they can make way for new growth. But the Victorians, being the Victorians and other the Edwardians after that, I suppose, thought, well, no, we'll prop them up. So there are a lot of things around it, like concrete posts. Concrete and roots don't normally go together particularly well. Paint that is not really the most suitable. They've also got coverings over holes and just a lot of footfall traffic around the tree. So you are literally looking at a tree that has been chained up and propped up for this to doing everything possible to keep it alive. But people's knowledge of trees is a lot more advanced than what it was, and they're actually now saying, it says on the board, that they don't know how long they can keep the tree going, but they are doing everything they can. So Eleanor's just said that further down the path is another tree that is opened up that you can go and fit in. She thinks even I can fit in it. We'll wait and see on that one. So there's a little peephole here. Shall I read it for you, Eleanor? Legend has it that a great stag once ruled over the forest. It protected the creatures and kept order. When the stag reached a great age, it could no longer wander the greenwood. He retired to the high branches of an ancient tree to watch over his kingdom. Over the years, the forest has come under threat in many ways, and there have been roads, railways, factories and coal mines, as well as war, farming, shipbuilding and conifer plantations. Luckily, Sherwood is well protected now. Peep through the eye hole and look up, up, up to see this giant keeping watch over the forest. I think he looks like he's had something broken with all the high wind that we've had recently. Eleanor and I have just been discussing of how old Sherwood Forest is. It's hard to imagine that pretty much the whole of, the surrounding area, not just Nottinghamshire, but every direction north of it, every direction north, south, east and west would have been covered by Sherwood Forest.
Look here.
I think it's really hard for us to understand how big Sherwood Forest would have been. They've got signs up as well. So going back to the days of the medieval period, Sherwood Forest was under the protection of the king. It was almost his private hunting ground, but it was absolutely massive. Got some signs up as we came in as well, saying that they're doing some tree felling because of sycamore trees. Now, I look after a building myself, and I know what a pain sycamores are because they set so easily, and they are not a native species of tree. So they're very invasive, and they just a pain. So they are very carefully felling some of those sycamore trees, as well as then reusing the wood. We have solved a mystery. Eleanor was going on about a tree with black ribbon that was for putting prisoners in, and I was like, you sure? And we have now found the culprit. I shall show you. This old tree here with a black ribbon just up there is Rotten Roger, and there's a little bit of a story to him. On the board it says, "Ooh, I am rotten to the core. Just like my namesake, he was a nasty outlaw, a spy for the sheriff who was caught and locked inside my trunk by Robin Hood. Now I'm rotting from the inside out, but don't be alarmed, it's all part of my natural cycle. When a crack appears in an old tree like me, fungi creeps in and begins to rot away my heart. This rotting wood is great for beetles, flies and lots of other insects. Not great for outlaws though. So although I may be a bit heartless, I am much loved by these little creatures." That's probably a nest, Eleanor. Do not hit, do not poke, do not whack.
Look at this.
Oh yeah. Eleanor thinks that this is the tree that we can go into. It's a good gnarly looking tree. I don't think this is the tree, Eleanor, do you?
Nope. Because there was a big hole in it.
Well, there's no big hole in this one. So we've stepped off the main path just for a little bit because that was quite noisy actually. It's interesting when people bring things like wagons and to carry their belongings and children in, for example, that's how suddenly you can't hear as much as you could before because of the general noise of tyres and things. Do have to be a little bit careful as we're wandering around as well, Sherwood Forest, because I do believe that there is a bit of this area which is open to naturalists. There are signs up, not that I've seen here, but my brother came a couple of weeks ago, and there were signs up, kind of just the general etiquette of that sort of thing. So I don't think it's going to be mainly something to worry about on a Saturday, but during the week, if you come, then, and particularly if you're on more of the outskirts, then if you go down to the woods today, you might be in for a big surprise. On this particular, on the route, there's quite a lot of trees that we found that have got these kind of girders around them. I can only imagine it's been an attempt to stop them from falling. And I can also just assume that they've been there for a very long time, and the completely top of the tree is gone. So to give Eleanor something to do along with pulling out the sticky buds, Eleanor, I've given her my phone. I've given her my phone, which has got an app on it called Merlin.
Tells you what animals it has on it. So like these birds here have shown up because these are the ones that have been singing.
Yeah. So it works really well in quiet areas and doing really nicely for a bit of quiet at the moment. So we've got a little bit of clarity now because we came across a signpost. I was completely going the wrong direction apparently, but we're so this more quieter path that we're on is actually one of the bridle paths, which would make sense because it's nice and flat, but it is much more quieter. It's a good tip there. Just coming out on the path, and we've actually come out on the other side of the major oak. So yeah, when you come up from the visitor centre over there and come down here, this way, going this way here, it can take you into a nice big loop around the bridle path, and that was actually quite nice. I quite enjoyed that. Just we've come back just outside. We're going to sit down and watch a bit of cricket while we have drinks. Now, I've just paid £3.40 for a flat white coffee, and this is it. Okay, Eleanor, can you put your can for scale? So
mine is way bigger.
I'm kind of a little horrified about that because that's just a tiny cup. And maybe I'm just used to having big cups of coffee at home, but £3.40 for a tiny cup that's smaller than a 330ml can of Tango. That's a bit of a rip-off, and I mean, it's a bit late in the afternoon, but looking at what food was available, they've got a lot of vegan options if you're a vegan, but there was nothing that looked appetising for me, but that didn't attract me, so we didn't buy any food in the end.
Why didn't you get hot chocolate then?
Because I wanted coffee. Right, cricket.
I don't need to do a run-up. He tripped.
I am an absolute sucker. So we've just been into the shop. I've made my purchase of a stitch-on badge. My aim of, whenever we go to places, I buy a badge and then I add it to my hoodie. And then Eleanor has nagged me into getting...
How do you use this thing?
Into getting a bow and arrow, and I can guarantee you're not going to play with it here, Eleanor.
But how do you use it?
I will teach you when you get home.
For who?
I can guarantee that this is going to go over our garden wall. And before we head home, there's a couple of other shops just on the other side of the visitor centre. So we've got the Forest Archer and some other places down here. So we're just going to go and have a walk through now. Mind the step, Eleanor.
For years, really, haven't we?
It's like
Thank you. This is Simply Natural, and it smells like heaven. It is beautiful and it's so calm. And you've got bath bombs, creams, diffusers. Oh, it's just all made on site, and it just radiates calm. I don't want to leave. I want to stay here now. So despite not wanting to pay a fortune for cakes, I have just bought some bath bombs. I couldn't help myself when there's a bit of time to pamper myself. I think our day is at an end. Eleanor is on the play park, and I've just come back to watch a bit more cricket while she's having a play. She's just within sight. I can see her over there. So that has been Sherwood Forest. It's been a walk round a forest with a bit of history, with the local legend of Robin Hood. And what's really great is, apart from the car park costs, which is £7.80, I think it was on the app, it's a free day out. You don't have to buy anything from the cafe, you don't have to buy anything from the shops. You can have a walk round for free, and that's great. I think we'll come back in the summer when there's some with the Robin Hood tournament or something. That'd be great to see that. What do you think of Sherwood Forest? Does too much lean on the legend of Robin Hood? When was the last time you came in this direction? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you for those who have subscribed to us so far. At this point, we've got 55 of you, which is absolutely amazing. This is such a small channel, and it's so great that you want to join us. And if you're not subscribed, and if you made it this far, then well, I've done something right. So do please just hit that subscribe button. I'm going to watch a bit more cricket now, and wait for Eleanor to come back. Did you enjoy today?
Yeah.
Was it better than sitting in front of the TV?
Yeah.
What would you do again?
I would definitely come here again.
Okay.
Please can you join us on our grand day out? Please can you like and subscribe? And leave a comment.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on our grand day out. And we're sorry that we didn't have Em with us today. She would have enjoyed today, but her leg seemed a little bit sore, so we left her at home. So thank you again for joining us on our grand day out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.